What's going on, people? It is Irish Gunner HD here. You can call me Irish, and today you're going to be watching some rush defense on Seine crossing. Now, if you're the kind of person that would open the video and then to go do something, check your Facebook in the background, I'd advise actually watching this video, watching the gameplay, because it's actually good. And we get pushed pretty hard. It's a fairly close game, fairly tight game, and they could win, they could not. I'm not going to give it away, but I will say it gets brought down to the very last two objectives. So whether we hold them or not, I won't give it away, but I think you'll enjoy it. So definitely stick around and watch the video if you can. Obviously you don't have to, but yeah. So today's topic is PC gaming and my kind of hopes and dreams, shall we say, to get into PC gaming. So as a bit of background, my computer that I have now has it's one of these, I think I've mentioned it before in a video, it's like you can go to any kind of big general store and pick up one of these computers that I have for €300. It's nothing actually special at all. It's for every day, just surfing the internet and stuff. It's not too bad. It's got a 2.4 gigahertz CPU, I think. But it's like an Intel Celeron, so it's not amazing. It's got 3 gigs of RAM, but again, it's not any special kind of RAM. Not that RAM is amazing, as long as you've got about 8 gigs, any kind of RAM will do, really. But and then it's got integrated awful graphics card in it. So, well, if it is a graphics card, it's integrated. So never mind. That's nerdy computer talk that you probably don't care about. But like I say, it's just an average desktop internet surfing computer. So there's nothing special about it at all. So what I wanted to do was hopefully get something a bit better, not too much better, because again my budget isn't huge. I basically, as you may have heard in my last videos, it was my 21st birthday recently, and that usually gives you an extra, if you would if just from cards and stuff like that, and family members giving you money in cards, you get more usually for your 21st than you otherwise do for other birthdays. So I was kind of hoping that my budget would be around 600, and I was about right. It's about 650 euros for the computer. Which it doesn't sound like a lot. People think that you have to spend $1,000 or $2,000 to get a gaming PC, which you really don't. If you know where to look and stuff. But I'm gonna put something up on the screen right now, and this is gonna be this is just proof of how much kind of determination that I have to get this. So if you look at it right there, it's gonna pop up in 2 seconds in the top left. There we go. This is just all the planning and research and parts that I've kind of found. I don't know if you actually be able to read them, because I just don't know. But yeah, I've done all my research. I've done everything that I can to try and look up parts and stuff. But I'm having such a hard time doing it, and I didn't realize it would be so hard, because on the left there you might see be able to read names like Scanner Barkley build and Jack Frags build. Scanner Barkley actually was nice enough to help me on one occasion. We talked for an hour or so talking about different parts and websites and stuff. He actually helped me look up some parts, and then Jack Frags, I watched his Steambox video and I took down notes from that, and then the other links and stuff like that, where the Irish site build thing, there's an Irish site, custompc.ie, but that's just where I got all the parts from. So that's about 2 weeks worth of research and stuff like that, trying to find out whether or not I actually can do this. And the problem is, I didn't know where to start. So I've had some help from people, like I said, Scanner Barkley and another fella, BKS from the Forza forums. He's also gave me a lot of help, and I found a lot of parts with him. But the problem is, if I go with the custompc.ie website, I can't afford it, because the parts that I want, I'm basically, if I drag it up so I can read it myself here, my basic final hoping and wishing thing would be a case which is only €22 from custompc.ie. It's only a cheap little case. I just want a case that will hold all the parts and not allow air in. As long as it keeps it keeps a decent airflow and it holds all the parts, I'm grand. So I found one for about 22 quid on the website. That's cool. That's a definite buy. RAM, I went with Kingston HyperX Beast RAM and 8 gigs of that, and again it's 48 quid. It's about average for 8 gigs of RAM nowadays. But then here's where we get the problem. So the RAM, the case, and probably the power supply. A Corsair CX500 500 watt power supply. Again, €56 on the websites that I was finding them on. But I know these are all actually, I think these are all more or less on the custom PC thing. But the problem is price conversions and stuff like that are not right by any any stretch of the imagination. If you see a PC that's a PC part, say from they're the CPU on. Oh, right, so I'm getting ahead of myself. So the RAM is on overclockers.co.uk, which is obviously an English website, so the prices are in pounds. So I'm using Google's euros, pounds to euros translator, which gave me the 48 euro thing. But that can go up and that can go down depending on obviously what's the word? I can't remember. Price changes anyway, conversions and stuff. So like all of the parts that I looked up, the prices weren't 100% certain. They weren't 100% accurate. But then the problem is the parts that I want to build. When I found the parts that I wanted, right? So just go into it a little bit more. The hard disk drive, I couldn't go with an SSD, couldn't afford it. A 2 terabyte Western Digital Caviar Green is 87 euro, which is a lot. But you would need that kind of space if you're going to record PC games because the file sizes are enormous. You'd think technology would work on that, but I'm sure it's coming at some stage in the future. But this file sizes for like a 10-minute gameplay is like 100 gigs or something like that on PC, probably even more. But yeah, so the motherboard would be an ASRock Z77 Extreme 4. That's 130 euro. Again, the price is starting to creep up now, and it's starting to approach a 600 limit. Because the GPU, I was looking at an EVGA 650 Ti GTX Nvidia card, 157 euro. And the CPU, I definitely like. The two things that I really want are good CPU and a good GPU. So a Core i5 Intel 3570K, no qualms about it. I'm definitely getting that no matter what. Like I want an i5 3570K, and then a GPU. I want at least a 650. Like that's the bare minimum. But again, the prices when I all add them up on the random websites that I was looking up. Oh, sorry, to go back to the Google. I don't know if I finished this point. BKS basically recommended using Google Shopping, which I did, and I was able to find some extremely cheap prices there. But the problem was they were on sites like Newegg and SuperBiz, and like I can't remember some of the other names, but some of the other kind of random websites that Google bring up. They're trusted now. They had the logo on them. When you do Google Shopping, there's a logo on it that says Google Trusted Site. So like I wasn't going off some random guy peddling stuff out the back of his car. Like they actually wear reputable sites. But the problem is they don't ship to Ireland, and if they do ship to Ireland, where I live in Dublin in Ireland, it's like outside of actual Dublin. Like it's almost on the border of Kildare. If any of you know any of the Irish geography, which I highly doubt. But it's on the very far outside of Dublin, so it doesn't have a postcode. Places inside Dublin have postcodes like Dublin 1, 2, Dublin 3, Dublin 4, Dublin 5, all the way up to Dublin 20 something, 22 or 23 I believe. But I'm outside of all of those even, and my postcode is County Dublin. But the problem with that is websites don't accept County Dublin as a postcode. They just don't understand that 2 words are a postcode. I don't get it, because postcodes are usually numbers, obviously. So if I was to get it shipped to say a place called Clondalkin in Dublin, that's D22, so I can just type in D22. But they can't accept. I usually write Co Dublin or County Dublin or Co Dub, and they accept it, but they don't accept it on websites. They don't recognize it. So that's another difficulty that I have. But yeah, so I can't get it at these super cheap. I can't get the parts at these super cheap prices, which means that I'm resorting to either UK prices or Irish prices on this custompc.ie place, which when I'm using these, and this is my main problem. Now that I have all the parts picked out, like I said, the Core i5, some fans, the CPU, the PSU case, motherboard, and all that, hard disks, have all the parts picked out, but the only places that I'll actually be able to buy them from, I can't afford, which is really frustrating, like, because the prices then in the euros on the Irish website are too much. It's like 245 for the CPU, 160 almost for the GPU, 56 for the power supply, 48 for the RAM, 131. Like, it all adds up to about 700 euro, which maybe if I saved up for another couple of weeks of my weekly money that I get, I could probably afford it. But like that means I'm like completely cutting myself off of any like spended money during the weeks for like food and drinks and stuff like that if I need it. So I'm basically making myself broke, which I'm not really prepared to do. Like I really want a PC because I really want to be able to, like, I want to be able to play Minecraft at 30 frames per second without stuttering. Like that's about it. Or like COD 4 on 30, 40, 50, 60 frames per second on thing. Like ideally, I would like to be able to play Battlefield on 30 frames per second on like medium graphics. Like I want to basically just take my gaming piece or my console gaming kind of fun and stuff like that over to the mouse and keyboards. That's all I want to do. But it's like it's really hard to do apparently. Like, because again, I can't afford the prices on the Irish websites or the English websites, because even though the prices on the English websites they translate into more euros than it is in pounds, so like that it's not something that I can afford. So, and then also I'm leaving myself, if I go with if I do choose to build a PC, I've got nothing left, and I need to renew my Xbox Live at the start of next month. I also really want to get a new headset, because when I'm talking to people on Xbox, I have no, well, I'm not talking to people because I've got no mic. So, and then there's other things. What was the other thing? I really wanted to get Far Cry, which I know if I got a gaming PC, I could just wait and then save up and then get it on Steam or something like that. But, like, I don't know. There's just these other little things. Like, I could get all the little things that I need. Oh, I also wanted to get Microsoft points to change my name on Xbox to Irish Gunner HD from, obviously, as you're seeing now, PD Irish. So, like, there's all these little things that I need, but I was willing to go and not to get them and just wait to get those things. Like, I would have to go, like, a month or so without Xbox Live, which, again, would be shitty. Like, if it meant that I could get a good gaming PC. But now I'm just kind of at the point where it's so difficult and so complicated to actually do it. What was I doing on the screen there? I was like, wow, pulling the gun up and pulling it back. I don't know what I was doing. Was I trying to climb over the fence? I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, as you can see, we're on the last couple of bases here, so this is where it gets all exciting and stuff, so keep your eyes peeled. But yeah, just I'm just getting so frustrated and wound up and all. Like, even now, after, like, my head was melted. My girlfriend was sitting here and I was like going mad. I was just like, why is it so complicated to do something as simple as order something online, like order some parts? But it really is just so hard and confusing and stuff like that, that I am on the verge of just giving up and just saying, alright, it's clearly not my time to get this now. I'm gonna need to wait until, like, I have a job and wait for another time and stuff. So what was I gonna say? Yeah, and then just end up just getting the other little small things that I'd probably need. Like, if I was to use my head and say, no, like, you actually have to be smart about this for once, I would probably go with getting, like, my Xbox Live and my headset and stuff like that. But again, it's something that I've wanted, like, building a PC is something that I've wanted to do for, like, at least the last 2 years. Like, once I found out that it's not actually this big mythological €1,000, €2,000 thing that just, like, nobody can ever achieve, I wanted to do it. Like, but it sucks to get so close to just be like, oh my god, I have a fistful of money, take it, internet shops, e-tailers, whatever you call them, take my money and just give me parts. But it's just proven to be so difficult, so inexplicably difficult. I don't know why it's so hard. Like, places like Newegg, which is like a huge American online e-tailer, don't ship to Ireland or don't ship to Europe. They don't ship outside America, which just boggles my mind. Alright people, my bad, I'm back. My niece decides to run in with 12 minutes gone of a 14.5 minute video, which almost would have frustrated me. You might have seen my tweet about it, but I figured out how to save it, so I didn't have to record the whole thing again. But yeah, just to get back to my point, like, these huge, like, everybody knows what Newegg is. Well, like, people that do online shopping, they know who Newegg are, and like not only Newegg, obviously there's other websites and stuff that are exclusively American shipping, which just boggles my mind, because it's like, with the price of the dollar compared to the euro, they're losing out on probably so much business from people that are like, well, this thing that's €60 I can get on an American website for like 45 or something like that. Like, you can get it a whole lot cheaper. So, like, they're missing out on all those people trying to take advantage of the weak dollar or whatever. Not the weak dollar, but like the price difference between, like, a dollar is like, or a euro is like 75 cents or something like that. Something crazy low like that. So, like, I just think I don't understand it. But please do let me know in the comments section below if you know an easy way to do it if you are in Ireland. I can work out the shipping thing where they don't accept the postcode. I have relatives and stuff that live inside, like Clondalkin and places that have postcodes that work, so I can get it shipped to their house. But if you know a way that I can ship where the prices are relatively similar, like I can get good prices and like fit within my 650 budget or stuff and whatever, 650 budget, sorry, and that would actually ship to Ireland. That's my main problem that I'm having here. So I hope you enjoyed the video. The game's obviously over there. We did win, so it was awesome. I hope it didn't bore you. If you're someone that really isn't into computers and PC parts and nerdy stuff like that, I hope you just stuck around to watch the game even, and I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please do leave a thumbs up. Leave the comments in the comment section below. Like I said, please. I could really use your help. And yeah, thanks for watching the video, and goodbye.